Hey guys, today we're gonna I found this interesting topic where it's about the news that about the LA Dodgers. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's about conservatives trying to boycott LA Dodgers because they had their Pride Night, and they invited all these the alphabet people. They came wearing masquerading themselves like nuns and mocking Catholicism and Christianity as a whole. Anyway, let's get into the news and I'll share my thoughts on it. Hang on, let's see. uh,
And the boycotts keep on coming. Cancel culture is on the run in the United States of America, this time reaching America's favorite pastime. The Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team is feeling heat over their decision to feature the, quote, controversial LGBTQ plus anti.
I mean, look at this. Like, look at this. I swear to you, if there was any other religion out there that these people are mocking in this fashion, I mean, yeah, I get it. Christians, we don't fight back. We don't, well, they don't fight back. They don't try to engage with violence or anything like that. But if it's like, why can't you see this when it's done to Muslims? Why can't you see these people trying to mock Muslims, trying to mock Jewish people, trying to mock, any other religion. But Christianity is like a free fall. Like everyone is like open season on Christianity because they know that Christians they don't retaliate, and it's sad. It's just a shame.
Catholic activist group of queer and trans nuns known as the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence at a Pride Night event scheduled for June 16th, Fox News writes. The announcement of the event, which came earlier this month, reportedly garnered major backlash from conservative Christians. The Dodgers first rescinded the decision to feature the nuns on May 17th following backlash, but then reinvited the sisters to the Pride event.
The nonprofit group Catholic Vote then launched a $1 million campaign last week calling on people to boycott the baseball team. This is, of course, in the wake of recent LGBTQ-related boycotts of Bud Light and Target. Catholic Vote President Brian Birch told Fox News on Sunday, "Our organization exists to give Catholics a voice, especially on fights like this where woke corporations like the Los Angeles Dodgers have decided to honor and celebrate a detestable, vile, and perverse anti-Catholic organization."
The team relaunched their Christian Faith and Family Day after protests over the Pride Night, which is set for July 30th. And pitcher Clayton Kershaw publicized the event, saying it would be bigger and better than it was before COVID. Now, Robbie, help me understand. I think it's fine for the Dodgers to have a Christian Faith Night. I think it's fine for them to have a Pride Night. I think there are gay Catholics. I think that there are gay people who are frustrated with the Catholic Church for saying that, the religion explicitly, by some people's reading, says that it is wrong and against God and a sin.
By some people's reading, you mean the reading from the Bible that specifically said that you shouldn't be doing gay stuff? Like the Bible specifically said that. Like it's not like it's something that, oh, you heard about it. Like I don't even understand gay Christians. Like that doesn't even make it. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway.
Than to be gay. So having an anti-Catholic gay group doesn't seem to be necessarily unfair. I think they have some legitimate criticisms.
I mean, like you can be gay, you can be trans, you can be all the alphabet you want. There's no issue. But my problem is you being gay and then you coming into religion and you coming into, especially you coming into Christianity and then want to change Christianity to conform into your own beliefs. That doesn't even make any sense. Why don't they try that with any other religion? It's only Christian. Like that really bugs me. It's only Christianity that you see this sort of thing. Only in Christian. Anyway, let's continue.
With the Catholic Church can feel like what it feels like. Why can't they have different nights for different constituencies at this baseball park without one group trying to dictate what all other viewers of the Dodgers team thinks or feels or wants to enjoy at the stadium?
I mean, I don't care. I don't care at all. But I mean, if there are Catholics who are offended by this group, I would understand why. They dress up as nuns, which are part of people's religious faith. I mean, they're making fun of people's religious faith. It doesn't matter to me, but I think in other contexts, this would be seen obviously as offensive, even to liberals. What if they were rabbis, or what if they were making fun of Islam? What if they were all little, drag Muhammads up there? Would everybody be okay with that? No, there would probably be bomb threats made against the stadium.
I don't know.
That's why they wouldn't do it. That's why they wouldn't make fun of Muhammad or Islam. That's why they wouldn't do it.
No, but we don't have to do hypotheticals.
Nice, well-meaning Christian people, the only ones you can appropriate and mock and make fun of, because they're not going to hurt you,
Robbie,
is how it comes across.
We don't have to go into hypotheticals. There is a Catholic Christian night event, and they think that homosexuality.
You see how she skipped over that? You see, I know that Briahna is a liberal, like she considers herself a far left, progressive, whatever the hell that is. You see how she skipped over that? Because she knew that they wouldn't do this. If they wouldn't try to do this, if it's Islam, if it's Judaism, if it's Hindu, you name it, only Christians can they mock. It's crazy. But she glossed over it because she knows that he was telling the truth.
Is a sin. They are literally saying these other people are sinful and against God and are going to hell. So
it's not what they are saying, it's what the Bible says. It's written in the Bible. What the hell?
They are saying that. I mean, it's not as though this is a one-sided thing. The people are protesting Catholicism because many of them, I think, are former Catholics or still identify as Catholics.
Who said that? How does she know? Like, seriously, how does she know? I mean, this chick, I swear to God.
Feel rejected by the church, want things to be different. The church can obviously do and say what it wants to do and continue to say that homosexuality is a sin. I feel the way I feel about it, but why can't the Christians have their night? The Pride people have their night. I'm sure things are said at Christian night that is very offensive to any number of people, but they're not protesting things. Or I certainly wouldn't support a protest of the existence of that evening. It does seem like we're living in a world where everyone is trying to have every other person in the country agree with them entirely.
You see how she's switching the topic? Like, you see what she's doing? This is not what Robbie said. Robbie said that they wouldn't dare do this to any other religion out there, to any other culture. The left, if you try to, they call it, what is that? Cultural appropriation. If you try to dress up in a way that is not your culture, the left-wing people, they will come after you. But mocking religion, mocking Christianity, mocking Catholicism, it's okay. This is some bullshit. This is some BS. I mean,
they were protesting it the way anyone is protesting anything, and then their protest was successful. They were giving this group, the fake nuns, a community hero award. What's so heroic about what they look? I don't personally care. I was raised Catholic. Catholic is like the background for me. It's like my ancestry, but I'm not particularly religiously inclined. I support same-sex marriage and gay rights and all this. I'm a social liberal, so I'm not coming at this from I don't care at all. But I have a high tolerance for offense. I don't find things offensive in general.
Oh, so you're saying the Catholics are snowflakes?
No, I think
this chick, man, she's okay.
I think the position of these people is you can't make fun of anyone anymore. But it's still okay to beat up on, somebody peeing on the crucifix is high art in this country. But you could never do that for any other religious or racial or group in any way. And it would be very problematic and very bad.
I hear you making that argument.
Well,
Robbie.
That's how I would steelman their position.
But that's not the argument.
True.
But that is not the argument.
You see how every time he makes that argument, she tries to redirect him into some other bullshit. You see what she's doing?
is being made here. There's an
well, I can give them
op-ed.
some advice. Here's the argument they should be losing. They should say, "My culture is not your goddamn prom dress," is what they should say.
Well, it's also the nuns' culture. They are also Catholic. But this is Charles Gasparino. The argument that he's making in the New York Post is convoluted and not, I think, as straightforward as it needs to be. But he says the Dodgers, for some reason, think inviting this Catholic offending trans queer advocacy group to its annual Pride Day celebration is good for business. I don't know that they think it's good for business or bad for business. They're having a Pride event, which I think
it's going to be bad for business. You best believe it's going to be bad for business. I mean, if the Bud Light thing went the way it did and the Target went the way it did, yeah, there's going to be a rude awakening for the LA Dodgers.
I do believe it's good for business, generally speaking. He goes on to say, sure, there will be the usual celebrations in the mainstream media about the team's embrace of diversity, but this doesn't seem like something the average fan might get behind as baseball attendance struggles to reach pre-pandemic levels and cord-cutting eats into TV revenue. So his appeal is to say that normal baseball fans don't like this sort of thing, so why have a Pride Night event that features these people? Which I would say, well, most baseball fans are probably not Catholic.
How does she know that, though? Like, all this, how does she know? People that watch baseball are mostly, I don't know, from the South, I think. I don't watch baseball, but the people that watch baseball, I will have my money on it, is mostly conservatives. They are mostly conservatives. So what the hell are you saying?
Fans are probably not anything because we live in a pluralistic society. So why are you against one night of having a Pride event that includes these people? And there's a picture in the op-ed of an LA Dodgers baseball hat with a rainbow flag on it, apparently making the case that this sort of outreach to targeting groups is inappropriate.
Like, these are like, if I was taking my nieces and nephews to a baseball game, which is something I would never do because I don't enjoy baseball very much, and then there was like a performance of the Insane Clown Posse or something instead, I would be like, why are we doing this?
This is Pride Night. This is a Pride Night, so you can.
Can't it just be like a rainbow on a baseball cap or something?
They're objecting by implication. They're objecting to that as well
because I don't care.
Well, I know you're not objecting to it, but these are the kind of arguments that the prominent conservatives are making. That
there
people
is
like
radical
Ron DeSantis are
shrieking and anger in this country every time someone dresses up some way at a Halloween party that makes people mad. And this is the Catholics are the only Christian groups more broadly find to mock them, find to mock their religion, and they're meekly objecting here.
Okay,
and
so let me read more of this objection
this
here in the New York Post.
And she glosses past that. This is the third time he's making that argument, and she glosses past it. You know, I'm done with this video, bro. This chick is really pissing me off. Okay, we're gonna stop it there. Yeah, I mean, I've given my thoughts. I think that this nonsense needs to stop, and the only way to stop this is by just keep boycotting all these events. And the very fact that anyone can just make fun of Christianity, anyone can just make fun of Catholicism, anyone can just make fun of anything that is Christian, peeing on a crucifix, dressing up gay Jesus, all this nonsense, and it's okay because it's art. It's sickening. It's very, very sickening. Anyway, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. This video is pissing me off. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed that video or my rant, please hit that like button and please subscribe and share. Yeah, have a good night.